Hello everybody, welcome to or back to my channel. It's been a little while. That's because I have been working. My animals have to eat, so I have been working lots. I swear I'm going to try to get into a better routine the best that I can. This light is off because the glare that was right above my head was very annoying. Like, can you just see how that glare is very annoying? Today, we are talking about my rescue leopard gecko, and I'm going to tell you how I acquired him, what I rescued him from, and maybe how you should feel about chain commercial pet stores. Okay, let me show you my son. This is Riot. He's the sweetest boy. He has never bit or been very angry. He does bark sometimes. He does like to whinge about things. He's so sweet. I was very much like, I do not ever want another lizard. Bearded dragon is a lot of effort, and I love her, but I don't want another one. And then I got a call about him, and I was like, I don't want another one, but you know what? He deserves a good life. And so I went and got him, and my plan was to get him healthy and then rehome him, but literally how could I rehome his face? How could I rehome him? His name is Riot because he riots at night. He's noisy. So the process of actually acquiring Riot was pretty funky. My cousin had a friend whose mom worked at a PetSmart, and that mom had posted on Facebook saying that this leopard gecko was too big for the enclosure there and had been there too long and was going to be euthanized, even though there's nothing wrong with him. They just didn't have a big enough tank for him, so they were going to euthanize him. So my cousin called me, and there was nothing wrong with him other than like maybe a little thin, but nothing wrong with him. So I got a call, and my cousin's like, Shane, they're going to euthanize this adorable lizard. You have to go get him. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't want another lizard, but I can't let them put him down. So I went on an adventure. I called a friend and said, hey, let's go to PetSmart. We got to get this lizard. I called the PetSmart. I said, do you still have this leopard gecko? They're like, yeah, we can't put him on hold for you though. I'm like, I'm coming. It's fine. I'm coming. So I went, I walked in. He was 100 and something dollars Canadian, and then he had gone down to like $50, and then he was down to like $20, and then he was free, and no one was adopting him, and he was growing too big for the little spots they keep them in, so he was free. And I said, like, pack him up. He's coming home with me. They didn't know his gender or like anything about him, but I looked at him and I was like, that's definitely a boy. And I just immediately picked him up and was like, this is mine. This is my child. I love him so much. I'm like tearing up. I'm such an emotional girl over my lizard. I was like, I can't just leave him here. Like, he's coming home with me. I took him home and I put him into a 25 tall front opening enclosure, which was not suitable, but it was what I had at the time. You can see that enclosure in some of my older videos in case you're curious about his whereabouts. He's here. The day I took him home, his colors were so dull. Like, literally, he just looked gray and sad. But literally, I brought him home the next morning. He was completely bright and looked beautiful. So I was really excited about that. And he's a great eater. He loves food, absolutely loves it. Will wake up and eat basically in his sleep. He's a big superworm fan. He doesn't really love crickets. I try to give him crickets, but he loves superworms. So he eats more superworms than I'd like, but he has to eat something. And his little tail is very nice and thick, which is what we like to see. Since getting him, I have acquired 3 morning geckos, and now I am obsessed with lizards and I want all the lizards. Even though before him, I just had my beautiful Ada, I was like, no more lizards. I love her very much, but she is hard. Like she just you have to be committed. Like they eat salads, lots of different things, and not just bugs you throw at them, and you have to be ready to take that on when you get a bearded dragon. And I don't want another bearded dragon. I think one is enough. Well, one is enough for now, and they need a big enclosure, so you have to keep that in mind. But I love him. I am such a big fan. He's so soft, too. He's so velvety. I would like to give you some information on the enclosure he is in now, which is not his final enclosure, but I'm pretty happy with it for what I can do at this moment. So I want to just say a little bit about how I feel about PetSmart. We don't have Petco here, but Petco, things like that. I'm not really a fan. I mean, I would be lying if I told you I never go there. In fact, I spend hefty money there because sometimes it's my only option to go and get, oh God, I really need to, restock bugs, rats, things like that for my animals. I have no choice. My favorite local pet store is not overly local. It's a bit of a drive away, and I may be 19 years old, but my license is expired, so I can't really drive right now. So that means I basically have to wait till I have a friend going or a friend who wants to go with me. So I do have to go to PetSmart on occasion, and I don't feel good supporting it sometimes, but you have to do what you have to do. The babies have to eat, and so if that's where I have to get the food sometimes, that's where I get the food. I would never suggest that you adopt an animal or buy an animal from PetSmart. First of all, do what you can to adopt animals, but I understand a lot of times you want a reptile that's bred with a morph that you want or whatever, and that can be totally understandable. I have lots of animals and I have only properly adopted three, so I can't be a hypocrite. But I would never tell you to buy an animal from a store like that. I have I have three that are from that store that I got a lot of years ago before I was smart enough to know anything. I got Piglet, my ball python, when I was 10. So me and my dad just went and got him. But I've gotten a chameleon from there. It literally died in like a week. It never ate. It was so disgustingly skinny when I got it. So recently there was a PetSmart. It was not the same one I got Riot from, but they had a bearded dragon that they also put up for adoption due to its size, and it also had pretty funky scale rot. Now, this is my friend's story, not mine. I did go with them to pick it up and everything, but I don't have this bearded dragon. I'm just telling my friend's story. Before they even adopted the bearded dragon, they had a vet appointment for the bearded dragon. I love their commitment to their animals. They treat them so well. Their husbandry is great, and I'm very happy to see it. I love, love, love when they're like, "Oh, what do you think about this?" It's great. They do such a good job. And if you guys are watching, because I know you guys watch sometime, hi, you guys do such a good job at everything. You're doing great. And so we went, and yeah, that bearded dragon would have also been euthanized. And the worker there told us uh, that it was likely a fungal infection, but yeah, they took the bearded dragon to the vet and it was scale rot closer to the base of its tail and on the like back shoulder. We talked about taking them to a vet through PetSmart, like why don't they? But because it's like a big corporation, they don't do that. They won't give the facilities to do that and to treat it. So that specific worker at PetSmart had said that they had an animal before, and that's why they thought it was a fungal infection. Is that she saw a bearded dragon there that had kind of the same thing, and she took it on her own time and paid out of her pocket to have that bearded dragon looked at. But exotics are very expensive at the vet, and that's something to know when you get reptiles. is that they are not cheap at the vet. Dogs and cats take all your money at the vet. Reptiles are very expensive. You have to do a special exotics course to become an exotics vet, and it it ups that price. So definitely keep that in mind when you're looking into getting reptiles. I didn't think Riot was going to be such a sweet little lizard getting him because I just assumed he hadn't been handled. He was skinny and like had been in that PetSmart for so long that I just assumed he might be kind of sassy. But he is not. He is great. He loves to hang out. He is such a sweet little guy. He loves to hang out when he is awake. I just woke him up to get him. Now I feel guilty, but he will come up to the glass and wait for me to open the glass, and I'll go like this, and he'll just walk right out onto my hand. He gets like excited. I'll like talk to him, and he'll come up to the glass. Now I'm gonna show you his enclosure, and we'll go from there. Out and about now. So this is Riot's house. It's bioactive. This is not a real plant. So just pretend it is. But this is his not permanent house. I got this on Etsy. It's got his name and when I got him, September 8th, and a mail. It's supposed to say 2023, but it does not. And yeah, it's got all the information. Pause to read if you're interested. I have a lot of like little labels from Etsy and I love them. Recommend 10 out of 10. If we open this up, these are real succulents. Hi. These are real succulents. And I keep water inside the top of this. This is a humid hide, and the water like makes it humid in there for him. He hangs out a lot. He loves this. As for this, it's obviously an arid substrate, and he eats out of a bowl that looks like this. It's a bit dirty right now. So he doesn't get impacted or anything. I don't have to worry about that. And in the substrate, there is superworms and mealworms that do just come out, and he does get a grab of one once in a while that he'll see and snack on. But otherwise, they're really just in there. I don't see them come out much. I have to dig for them. Are you annoyed with me? Hi. Are you sleepy? Oh, he's just such a beautiful lizard. Is it so bright? Oh, that was quite the side eye. You want to lick me? Would you like a worm? What do you have to say? I could not be happier and just be so glad that I made the decision to go get him when I did. He's just a sweet little guy. Look at his face. Look at him looking at me. He's like, Mother, I love you. Oh, that's definitely not what he's thinking, but I love him. That's what matters. I keep him alive. Anyway, as for his enclosure in the future, I definitely want to do 40 gallons. I'm actually going to move him into my bearded dragon's current enclosure and get her into something much bigger because it is time. Look at that. I just woke up face. So mad. Anyway, I am very, very sorry about this late upload and that I've been uploading late recently. I have been working and a little stressed. In about a week, I'm going on a like 6-hour car adventure to visit my boyfriend at college. He has finished all his courses, but he still has the baseball season. So I am going to be going and to see him, but I'm going to try to film a video before and double upload that week, or bring my computer and upload a video from there that I pre-record. I don't know. I will figure it out. Thank you so, so much for watching. I have a Patreon and it is in the description. If you want to help out, anything goes to feeding the animals or treats for them. I also have a TikTok, Instagram, X, everything in the description below. If you follow my X, it's mostly Zelda repost. I just repost things from Twitter Zelda accounts. So that's what you're in for. And sometimes maybe a thing about me streaming, because I do stream some games on Twitch once in a while. So those are all things that you can check out if you are interested. If not, that's okay, but thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you more than you could even understand. And we are past 600 subscribers. I literally can't believe it. I blinked and here we are. I'm so appreciative of every single person. I can't even explain it. This has been so fun. I can't even explain how much fun I've had filming, uploading, editing. Like, I really like it, and I hope I get to do it for a while. And I have 3 morning geckos, so I've got some videos to make soon, and I will see you in the next one.